great to be here with all of you. And I always, every time Sharon asks me to give the talk, I say yes with a little trepidation. But I'm definitely asking Spirit today to come forward and help me with this. And as I was meditating on this earlier and today, well, first off, I definitely want to wish everyone a happy Father's Day. I think that all of us are both mother and father, even if we don't have children, or if we do. We all come from different backgrounds. We are nieces, nephews, aunts, uncles. We're all types of things, and we are definitely have elements of father and mother in us. So I really do wish you all a happy Father's Day. And I think when I started thinking about Father's Day, it really does evoke many feelings for a lot of us. Some of us have been very blessed with loving, loving childhoods, and others have had more challenging childhoods. And our parents teach us about love. They give us our foundation. They are the first people that we love or learn all about it in our early lives. And I started thinking about different friends who have had all types of backgrounds. I have a dear friend who recently wrote a book called Brooklyn Bound. Her name is Maria Grenchenko. And she came from an immigrant family and had run away from Russia. Her family moved away from Russia as a very young child. And in the early 60s, they moved to Brooklyn, and her father and mother worked very hard to stay afloat coming to America. And she had very interesting parents in her story. Her mother was very tough and hard, and her father was the opposite. He was loving, giving. He constantly poured unconditional love on Maria. And as she grew up, she just put her loving dad on a pedestal. And he worked very, very hard and would still come home after work, helping his wife in their little apartment, doing things for his daughter, saving everything he could to take her out for ice cream, things like that, and take her to the park. And, when I looked at this story and I kept reading it, I said, what an amazing dad. What a father who had faced so many adversities, but still came out loving on the other side, and just was there for her for everything. Even when she wanted a flexible flyer sled that he couldn't afford, he spent night after work making her a sled to match her friends and to go sleigh riding during the winter. He just did everything he could to give his love to his daughter. And he seemed like such the ideal, but I also know that fathers come from different backgrounds, and we're all human, and we all have our different experiences that make us who we are, and we all keep thinking that we want the ideal of so many things. And what is an ideal father? Probably about, I'd say 3 or 4 weeks ago, I was walking down the Columbia Trail near me, and around my home, I have a lot of beautiful paths. I love the outdoors, and the trails are wide, and they just can allow for bike riding, running, you name it, walking. Families can walk, 4 in a line, and still have a beautiful river by them with trees, canopying overhead. And I saw this family in front of me with a friend of mine as we were walking down the trail. And my heart just expanded when I watched them, because I saw this young father and mother and grandmother with their little girl, who was probably around 3 years of age. And they're walking ahead of us, and I see him grab her hand, this little girl's hand, and the mother and grandmother are pushing the carriage for when she gets tired. And the dad is just running with the little girl as fast as her little legs will take her. And she's, screaming with happiness. And then he picks her up in the air, and he puts her on a tree that's fallen over the path. And, he's holding her hand and making her feel safe as she's running kind of up and down this big log of a tree. And I started thinking, gosh, whoever needs a jungle gym when you have a dad like that? But he was just such a loving young man, and you could see the love that this family had for each other. And I started thinking about my own life, and honestly, I didn't have a dad that was around that much. My dad was a post-depression baby, from the 30s, who always was concerned about giving enough to the family. So my dad left early in the morning, came home late at night, and I didn't get to know him as much as I would have probably have liked to. But I also realized that that was how he showed his love, and that he did the best he could with what he had. He was very hardworking, and it was interesting because we sometimes say, well, if you don't have the ideal dad or the ideal mother or the ideal upbringing, whatever that is, that you sort of sit back and you kind of examine your life. And I remember myself, I did a past life regression years ago. And I remember going into trance and meeting my guide. And for some of you who think these guys are angelic hosts, these are guides, I laugh because in my regression, I saw my spirit guide clear as day. And when he started talking to me, he said, "Why are you here, Kim? What are you doing?" And in my head, I'm saying, as the hypnotherapist is on over here talking to me, and I'm seeing this man in my mind's eye, this spirit guide. He said, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I'm kind of here trying to figure out my life purpose. I want to know why I'm here. I want to know my lessons. I want to know what I'm supposed to be doing." And for all of you who think that they're sweetly singing and playing harps or doing whatever, mine gets snarky with me. And my guide starts joking and teasing. And then he said, Kim, he said, what you're here for, what you're here to learn, you know what you're here to learn. And I said, yeah, I know, but I just want to hear it outside of myself. I just want to hear something to tell me that I'm on the right path. And he kind of rolls his eyes. And I'm sitting here going, I have a spirit guide that's rolling his eyes at me. But anyway, he rolls his eyes and he says, Kim, you're here to learn to love. And you know that. You know that. And I said, you know what? You're right. I do know that. I do know that. He goes, you've had a lot of other lives. You've learned a lot of other lessons. But in this lifetime, you're here to learn to love. So I sat back and I thought about it. And I still think about it today. Whenever I'm faced with various challenges and maybe difficult people. And I've often heard, and through some other meditations, to learn to love past the pain. Love past the pain. I kind of think that's like the next step up. And when I studied, oh gosh, I've read so many books on spirituality and Psych 101 and, all those things. And I feel the older I get, the less I know, the more I need to learn. But I remember listening to Teal Swan, who is another spiritual advisor. You can see her on YouTube if you want to learn some other lessons. But she often said that the lesson you're supposed to learn in this life is the one that in your childhood you get the opposite. So if you're here for me, here to learn to love, I had the challenging childhood of not quite having as much love that I thought I needed or wanted. And yet, I think it has taught me when you come from one place and you're learning something else, that if you really look within, you have to find those places within you in your own strength, and you find spirit and you find God within you. And with those challenges, I have found love. I have found love at so many different levels, so many things, so many places that greater than I can even understand, because It comes in so many packages, as we all know. I sometimes think our English language is a little wanting, kind of like the Eskimos who have, I don't know, 100 words for snow. We should have more words for love. But I do see examples of love every day from my friends, from my family, from my daughter, from people outside in this world that are doing amazing things. And I think that love does come in many packages. It comes through our fathers in many ways, whether it's through action or with words or with kindness or with toughness. There can be so many ways that we receive love. And I guess I was just thinking about Nick Saban, who is a very interesting man. And for any of you, those who know, and I'm going to kind of jump into this next little thing I was sort of touched with this week. Nick Saban was a coach for the NFL league for about 8 years. And I may not be an expert in the area of football, but in honor of Father's Day, I thought I would talk a little bit about what he had said that really touched me very deeply. He provided some insight on how he would select the NFL draft players and looking at their potential. And as he was looking through these piles and piles of paperwork, looking at the potential of these young men that could be a part of the NFL draft, he had two of the most compelling words he said in the draft evaluation. And the words were and but. And he said, you can look at an NFL draft potential young man, and you can say he's quick on his feet, he can change direction, he's got good long speed, he can play man to man, he's a good tackler, he's tough, he has good ball judgment, and he's a good person. He's a leader on his team. He graduated from school and coaches love him. And you could read that same player with all those attributes and say, but he had a positive drug test. He had a domestic violence incident with his girlfriend. He got in a fight in the bar when he was a freshman. And he said, what player would you select? Which one would you take? And or but? So when I look at our family, our friends, myself, I always sort of think now, how would we want to live our lives? Do we want to be an and or a but? You know, when we think about and, who am I? Where am I from? What do I give? What do I give to others? And I can find ways to give back. And I can take my lessons that I've learned along the way, sharing the knowledge through my, hopefully, acts of kindness and love for others. So today I'm kind of challenge you to find a way to find the and in yourself. And some of you, it will be through the love you started in the foundation of your life. For others, sometimes it's the love we find along the way and the challenges that teach us. And you look within and you find the gift within you, all the gifts within you. And you look at many of the things that you and yourself that you're going to give to others. And the other thing I think about is that we've been brought up for years and years to look outside of ourselves, to give love to others. And while I do think that is so important, I think the thing that I hear more and more these days about love is we have to start loving within. We have to start finding that place within ourselves to really challenge ourselves to be loving and to be a gift to ourselves. And how many times I've looked at these meditations and these teachers, these spiritual teachers who are saying, go within, Love yourself, because you can't love others until you love yourself. And when you start to love yourself, you start finding a place of healing. So today I wanted to give you a small gift of a meditation, and it'll start with some ideas about self-love, and then it'll go into a meditation of healing and balancing your life. So, it said, how you love yourself is how you teach others to love you. So to have that ability to love and support those around you, you do need to love yourself first. And you need to care for yourself. And loving yourself doesn't always mean you go to the spa and pampering yourself. It can mean taking the time to look in your heart and your intuition and really following that. And it's kind of kind and compassionate, and it's the way you speak to yourself. So today's meditation is going to be a practice of a little bit of self-love. I'm going to tap into a little inner peace and then some healing. So I invite you to make yourself comfortable, settle back in your chair, and I want you to close your eyes if you like. And I just want you to take a moment to make the adjustments to your posture or surroundings. And I want you to start settling in to this practice. And comfort is definitely the key for this practice. So take a little time to settle down and adjust yourself. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. And you may choose to approach this meditation just thinking about learning to love and accept yourself. So give yourself permission to be fully present right now with this experience. Try to give up thinking about what you have to do an hour from now. And as we begin this practice, I want you just to start thinking about yourself and your self-compassion for yourself. So what you can do is you can close your eyes, take a nice deep breath, and you also can place one hand over your heart if it feels right to you. And I want you to become aware of offering love to yourself with this experience, with your hand over your heart connection. Just feel your heart beating. Feel your breath just sort of rising up and down on your chest. And just take a deep breath. Just feeling the strengthening quality of your love in your heart. And if you're having trouble with that, just think about a time in your life when you have truly loved. Truly feel that heart expansion. It can be for anything. It can be for family, friends, a puppy, a kitten, something that touched your heart so deeply. And just take that feeling and place it right in your heart. And as you breathe in, feel that love. And as you breathe out, let go of the tension. Take a deep breath again, building your love energy and breathing out and letting go, letting go, letting go. Just listen to my voice as you approach this meditation with the intention of accepting who you are and where you are in your life right now. Accept all your strengths, and as well as accepting all your flaws that you perceive to be as flaws. Be comfortable with your body. Think about what you have achieved, as well as what you have to accomplish in your future. Know that you are enough just as you are. And feel those words sink in. I am enough. And know that you have always been and always will be enough. Now let your arms rest easily into your lap. Let yourself slow down and fully enjoy this time, making a deep connection with yourself. Love for yourself is the foundation of knowing and understanding yourself. Today, connect with yourself and ask yourself, what do I need to support me? What do I need to support me? Believing you're enough and believing in yourself can be challenging. So offer gratitude to yourself, saying to yourself, I am a part of spirit. I am a gift to myself and to others. Self-love is about accepting yourself as who you are, your thoughts, your actions. It means accepting and loving every part of you inside and out. It means knowing that all of your potential is within you, waiting to be brought to life. So scan your body lovingly and offer compassion to any areas that are uncomfortable, and allow and welcome relaxation to wash over every part of you. And now I'm going to ask Spirit for divine healing. And I have a beautiful meditation called the Silver Crystalline River to help you with healing and balance and love. I want you to visualize a beautiful silver crystalline river, like a river of silver and crystals. It sparkles, it shines, it's very beautiful. And I want you to see this beautiful crystalline river enter through your crown chakra, coming right through the top of your head, flowing warm, silver, crystalline water right down through your crown chakra. It's bringing healing and love and light. And now we're going to have it move down through the chakras in your body. As it moves through the chakras, the river of energy will expand out to all your cells, all the cells throughout your body. It moves down through the third eye chakra, sending healing energy through the hair, through the head area, to every cell, and it moves down to the throat chakra, sending healing out to every cell in your body. And you can feel that energy. It is beautiful, it is peaceful, and you know it's healing as it moves through your body. Now it's moving down to your heart chakra, and it's sending energy and love to all the cells in that part of the body. And the healing energy is moving down to the solar plexus, and it's sending healing and energy to all the cells in that part of the body. The healing river of energy is moving down to the sacral chakra, and it's sending out healing to all the cells in that part of your body. You can feel the healing energy moving through all the cells of the body. It is beautiful and peaceful and has great power. It heals everywhere it touches. It moves all throughout all of the cells of the body. The body has all the energy that it needs to remain balanced and in harmony. Any excess energy that's not needed in the body to function and to complete the balance of harmony is passed out through the legs and the feet. And anything the body does not need is passed off through the legs and the feet, passed out into the world as excess energy that anyone else can use. And now your body is in complete balance and harmony. You have a good body. You have a strong body. You have a healthy body, and your body is functioning in balance and harmony, functioning absolutely perfectly. So take a deep breath and open your eyes, feeling balanced and loved. And just know that you are loved and you are perfect. And remember to look in the mirror this week every morning and start your day with "You are amazing." And it may take a while for you to do this, but you really are. You are a gift. You are a gift. And when you think about that, think of how you are a gift to others. And I want to thank you all for being a gift to me and to all of us at the center, for your presence, for your love, for all of the mother and father that's within all of us. Have a blessed day. Thank you.